Welcome to This Is My Voice, a podcast where we discuss self-development and self-improvement and share our perspectives on several other issues. Thank you for joining us today. This is your host, Laura Tia, and this is my voice. Hey folks, today's episode will focus on a question I got from one of our previous episodes. Allow me to digress here to say that you can send in your questions and inquiries and your opinions as much as you can, and we will discuss them on a special Let's Talk episode. Let's get to it then. Here's our question. How do I rediscover who I am if I've gone so long being someone else for so many people? I remember reading this and going, damn, that's a tough one. But it didn't take long for me to actually, get in that headspace to really think on it and come up with enough to discuss in this episode. And full disclaimer here, before anything else, I am not a psychologist. And if you need help dealing with mental stress, I would advise you to speak to a professional. What I offer here is my experience and my opinions. Are they clinically proven or tested? We'll never know. But there are real life outcomes that have worked for me. That's why I'm sharing them with you. So with that out of the way, I'll get back to today's episode. How can we rediscover ourselves after we've gone a while being someone else for so many people? A lot of us don't know who we are and don't have a clue as to how to discover who we are. After being a mother, a father, a brother, or a boyfriend, or a friend, or a wife and a father, and all the other titles out there, who are you for yourself? What do you really want for yourself? We find it very hard to answer questions like this. In a sense, I believe this tracks back to our people pleaser mindset. The being someone else for so many people. That's the grunt of it. Displeasing yourself, becoming who you're not to make people happy, and it nags at you in private. I've had the same experiences, and I felt like I was disappearing because I wasn't me, and I didn't know how to be me anymore because I had too many things. I've been too many things for too many people, and I had no idea who I was anymore. I didn't know what I wanted, what I desired, or what I wanted to do with my life. You're at a stalemate where everything is stagnant. Like there's a time lapse around you, but you have no idea where to go. That's how it feels. You get to that very deep, dark place where you've lost your identity to conform to what the people around you want. You forget yourself, and it quickly becomes an identity crisis, and people toss you around like shaft in the wind, and it just spirals from there. The first thing to do is to go back to the basics. You need to establish who you are first, and then everything else will fall into place. You need a very stable foundation, and that foundation is built off of you realizing and rediscovering who you are. I know it sounds like one of those things that are easier said than done, but retraining the mind and the human brain is a slow, gradual process. You have to understand that. You need to understand that it will not happen all at once. I say this in almost all my episodes, but that's because it's the truth. You will have to consistently give it your all to see any kind of progress. You can't do something once and expect your life to just fall into place. No, you've gone a long time doing this thing. You have to go a while correcting it. Alright, to figure this out, you need to answer a fundamental question. As easy as it sounds, it's not. Who are you? In answering this question, forget everything. Do not tell me your name or what you've studied or what you do for a living or where you are in your life's journey right now, or perhaps where you're from and your family. No, I don't want any of that. I also do not want to hear what you think or what you guess. I want you to really sit down, to really think back as far as you can on your life I want you to remember the first time, the time before you first set your identity aside to conform. Think hard, remember it, and write it down. What did you used to enjoy? What did you want to be? What were your hopes and your dreams and your desires? Who were you before the whole colossal shift? Remember it and remind yourself of it. It may take you a while to remember, but keep at it until you do. It is buried deep inside the subconscious because it is who you are. You never lost it. You just forgot. Once that's done, now ask yourself if you still want the same thing. So if your desires are different now, then slowly begin to work who you are into who you want to become today, in the now. Map it out, create an action plan, and work it into your daily routines. The hardest part is making sure you do not, for any reason, forget it and revert to becoming something different for people. Always be you. Always remember who you are and remind yourself every chance you get. Put a reminder every few hours on your phone to jot that memory of who you are. Put a sticker somewhere you see it every morning before you go to bed. The goal is to never forget, so it becomes instinctive. It becomes this thing you know without having to think about it. Learn to live as you. And if the world doesn't accept it, well, too bad, because regardless of whether you are who you are or not, the world's going to judge you. So it's better to be judged for who you are and enjoy it, right? I don't know if this helps you in any way, as this question was anonymous, but let me know if it does. And if you're listening, hang in there. It will take some time, but you will get there. And you can always reach out if you want. Another thing to add is to cut those people who cajole you into conforming out of your life. You don't owe them any explanation for doing that. It's your life, and you need to start doing what's best for you. Be selfish. Yes, this is the time for that. If the people around you don't help you get better, they're not needed. You don't want users who turn your relationship into a parasitic one where they always take from you and give nothing back. Cut them out and focus on you. I remember as a teen, I was obsessed with being a lawyer, but life happened and I didn't get to study law. I studied business instead, and while I'm good at it, I've felt discombobulated and uninspired for the longest time. And I've had to go through this process of rediscovering myself. I was at my happiest when I fantasized about law school and being a lawyer, so I reverted to that state through introspection and the process I've shared with you here. I am gradually realigning my life so it has meaning to me. You have to work with what works for you. The result, the end goal of this is what it's to benefit you. We're being selfish here, and it's a good thing. Your mental health, your foundation, who you are, it's very important, because without that solid foundation of you can't be anything else with anyone else. So we have to work on ourselves. It's why I'm writing more. It's why I'm podcasting. It's why I'm doing so many other things now that I remembered I enjoyed, just to reestablish my happiness and the true self baseline. Trust the process. Remember who you are. Realign your goals to match your new desires and take it from there. And always focus on you. I've read The Mafia Manager so much that what I'm going to say, it's going to sound mafia-ish. But before you do anything, before you make any decisions, before you give your response to anything, always consider what's in it for you. If what's in it for you and what's in it for them, consider what's in it for you and what's in it for whoever is asking. If their benefit outweighs yours, it doesn't benefit you. Believe me, it should always be about what's in it for me. Do I need this? Does it help me? Then do it. Be selfish. Because from this question, I realize you definitely put other people's needs and desires before yours. It's time to put yours first. So yes, be selfish. And that brings us to the end of this episode on rediscovering who you are. If you have questions you would love me to discuss in this show, follow the web link on the show's bio and leave me a message. Do not forget to subscribe to This Is My Voice and share the show with everyone you can. The more the merrier, folks. And if you don't mind, leave a short review on your app store. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter if you prefer to share your thoughts and your opinions with me on there. And until next time, this is Laura Tia, and this is my voice.